burn out, you're no longer consistent.
Develop a way for them to become now a customer.
A customer, a real part of your community, even if you're not selling anything.
Yeah.
A real part of your community. So what are you doing now to not just nurture that person and keep them on your page, but what is the next level of engagement for them?
Long term.
Long term. Because now we're talking about conversions. So that doesn't mean buying, but that could be, I'm hosting an event for X, Y, and Z people, and I want to meet y'all in person.
Yeah.
Let's go from online. Oh, I'm smitten. Let's go from online to meeting and collaborating and building a community in person. Let's have this event. So now your content is transforming from just nurturing blah, blah, blah to a different level of engagement, which means if you're creating content, the content you create to nurture and the content you create to convert are different.
Yeah. 100%.
So you're having to set another goal, right? And that goes back to that goal stacking. And I think that is a perfect like tidbit of information to give to folks listening.
Yeah.
When it comes to setting your goal, think about every piece of content. We've established this. Every piece of content needs a goal. Is this just to hook a new audience member in? Is this to nurture the people that already like and follow you? Mm-hmm. Or is this to convert that person from somebody who just follows you and engages online to whatever that next step of engagement is for you? And I think that is the perfect place to introduce goal setting and content creation.
Yeah. Because so like being able to understand how to take the next steps and then move forward is important, because once you build your first level of goals, it needs to be like almost like what's that? Not like a family tree, but what's the like node tree where it just kind of trickles down? It's like a pyramid.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the actual.
I don't know
verbiage.
what the name of it is.
If you know it, put it in the comments. But if you start building it like that, you say, all right, main goal, content creation goal, business goal, and then like some other kind of goal. Yeah. So like sub goals, creation goal, business goal, and then just start building it out from there. All right, these are the platforms I want to focus on. All right, what are proprietary to these platforms that are going to work? Because what's working on Instagram does not always work on Facebook, even though they're the same company.
Yep.
So that it works different on TikTok.
Yep.
Snapchat. I already said Facebook. YouTube. Yeah. So like if you said you really gotta not only hone in on your specific niche of work, but hone in on why this works on this platform. Right. And then say, all right, I'm gonna make content this way because it works here, but this is what I'm doing. It's different than anybody else is doing.
Yep.
A lot of people get lost in the sauce because they get monotonous and doing the same thing over and over again, while somebody else is doing the exact same thing but just with a different twist. So just keep your stuff fresh, because if all these lights are the same color and we don't ever talk about the same thing, but we don't have any enthusiasm, I wouldn't listen to us.
Exactly.
It's hard for me to listen to some people now that give great information, like worldwide information. I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's there's so many psychological things to look at, because some people respond well to high energy. Some people respond well to just the information. Some people just respond well to the visuals.
Yeah.
So like if you can start pinpointing things, and that's why this is super gem for you. YouTube does well on educational content, and they do very well on entertainment content. If you can entertain and educate simultaneously, Mr. Beast is like
edutainment.
Edutainment. Yeah. You'll see the everything just exponentially expand, because I'm enjoying watching this versus how do I do this, and I get the YouTube video and there it is.
Because the key is and this is what I think a lot of people trip up on.
Yeah.
Like your personality draws a lot of people in.
Yeah.
And that's where you can insert some entertainment. You don't necessarily have to be trying to crack a joke every time.
Yeah.
But if you just show up as you and you have the answer,
you'll never lose it being you.
You'll never lose.
Because just like you were saying, your friend, she felt like she needed to be a person
something else.
Yeah.
To fit in on the platform.
And it was uncomfortable. After a long period of time, I can't keep being somebody else. That's not natural to me.
It's not natural.
Yeah.
It's not natural to anybody.
It's not.
Like But you're absolutely right. Like knowing what works on what platform.
Yeah.
What do you think about, so because you spend time on YouTube and Instagram, where else?
I spend most of my time on probably YouTube and Instagram. Not so much Facebook.
Yeah.
Me and TikTok have a love-hate relationship, so I'm not really on there that much. But yeah, for me, I would say it's probably YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah. So how do you go about setting your goals for YouTube?
YouTube, it depends on a couple different things. So I know for a fact that the long form content is the bread and butter for YouTube. The shorts are a new thing, which YouTube basically built to bring another user base in.
Yeah.
So like people that really watch YouTube watch some shorts every now and then, but that's
they're not on there for
yeah,
shorts.
it's like you build a queue of videos and you're watching maybe while you're working, or at the end of the day, you're here to watch full videos.
Yeah.
And then right now versus the goal is to upload weekly YouTube videos.
Why? What do you want to do? What do you want those weekly videos to do for you?
Consistency on YouTube is very important. And if I can create consistency on YouTube, I'm going to create consistency in my own life.
Okay.
Because to be able to say I'm going to set out time to create this in order to put it in a place in the world and get out of my own way is one a personal feat, because a lot of people don't put things out because
Facts.
they're personally hindered.
You're in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody's judging any of the things that you're judging. They're actually not even judging you. They're here to see what you have to say and to learn something.
They're judging whether or not you said what
exactly
I thought I came here to hear you say.
And so like, I guess like folks like us, if I'm watching a video, I'm not thinking what camera light, audio they're using until it's not working properly.
Right.
Like if I don't hear them well, then I'm like, what was going on? But typically they put on the screen, hey, mic went out. Right. It's no big deal. I don't think about it twice.
Then I wait for it to come back.
And then a lot of creators will not put stuff out because something went wrong.
Yeah.
But you just gave the greatest information you ever delivered, but you didn't put it out because you felt that there was a bigger problem than where there was. So my goal on YouTube is to be consistent, not only to show that stuff doesn't have to be perfect, but show myself that I can do this thing in the midst of everything else that I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah.
So y'all don't go to my YouTube channel right now.
So your weekly post is connected to a more tangible thing.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with the internet.
No.
It has nothing to do with, if people come and subscribe, awesome.
Yeah. I have a goal for that.
Right. Okay.
On the back end.
Okay.
But all right, so
let's talk about those.
Let's talk about this show. So goal is for like this show, and Ideas Inspire, in general, is for people to use their minds more frequently and actually use their mind, using their HI more than their AI. So
okay.
When you come here, you're like, all right, I'm going to learn something or think about something I never thought of in the way that they've just talked about it. Because a lot of people have like this programming thing to them. Where it's like, if it's not said by not the government, but like people of power, they don't think for themselves. So just like we're talking about setting a goal, but you thought about, hey, I want to have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I posted a video every week and 2 shorts for the next 3 years. Okay. But now how are you going to double that and get those numbers there by leveraging Facebook, leveraging YouTube? What kind of content, what out of your long form video are you going to take into your short forms that's going to be engaging enough for people to say, hey, let me watch the whole video?
Yeah.
You could take a piece that was funny, but that doesn't mean they're going to go watch it.
Right.
But you got to hit them where they're most of the time it's people's pain points.
Yeah.
What do I need to know more
So
about?
how do you do that?
How do I personally do it? I siphon through stuff and directly, like, I'm pretty brutal when it comes to it. So any of my friends or anybody knows, like, I'm just like, no, that doesn't work. So from this, like, I'll take directly what you said about your friend not being herself. That's going to resonate to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people feel like when they get in front of cameras in 2023, I got to be something else.
Turn on something else.
Yeah, I got to.
And there's a measure of that, but it doesn't have to be so performative where you're not you.
It just has to be,
because that's fake.
It has to be 100% you, but like 110% you.
Yes.
Because that 10% is like your boost on camera to get to 100%.
That's the perfect way to put it. Yeah. It's still you, You just
So,
need to
little more
come with some
boost.
energy.
Yeah, don't change your personality.
Yes.
Um,
I'm not a dancer. You ain't gonna see me dancing on my Instagram.
Exactly.
I mean, I might try, but I really won't. Like, I'm not gonna do it.
yeah, it's just it's gonna be. You could put that on your story,
Like, yeah, you know.
but that shows your personality.
That's
Like,
right.
It's
Now I'll get out there and do a little line dance at the cookout.
Yeah.
But that's what you're gonna see. Like, you're not gonna see me trying to
yeah. I'm not
do some
gonna create
choreography.
You're not creating a new dance,
right,
for TikTok.
right. Or
Yeah.
hopping on the trend either, because I don't be knowing how to do them.
And that's not your line of content.
Right.
Now, if your cousin was doing it,
Right.
and that's her line, and you wanted to hop in the video with her, that'd
then
be great.
she could show me something.
And then you could reshare that as like, hey, this is my personality. When I'm with my family and friends, I'm having a good time.
Exactly.
But this isn't my content.